Hold him.
Hello, this is Clay and Ruthie. We got the quail inside. These are our breeding stock that were out in the summer fence. Now they're all in together. We went to the auction the other day and we took all the silkies are gone except for the few that are in the other barn. And we picked up some Banny chickens. Now these are called Wyandottes. They're bantam breed. They're small, as you can see. Ruthie's holding the
Let me give them to you so you can talk a
little
little
white
bit about
rooster.
them.
Okay.
Okay, here. And let them see their size. I thought maybe I'd put a quail up next to them. Sorry about my hand, guys.
Well, they're not all that big. You can see they're kind of small. And they have a rose comb, and that's a sign of a good Wyandotte. Is a nice little rose comb. We bought 4 of each, 4 whites and 4 blacks. Unfortunately, there was just as many roosters as there was hens, so we got 2 white roosters and 2 black roosters.
They're like a mini chicken.
They're a mini chicken. Now, you can see they're not that big.
I thought maybe we'd pull this. Now, he's bigger than most because he's the rooster.
This is a full-grown rooster, and you can see the size of a quail to it. So they're not much bigger, maybe about twice or 3 times the size of a quail.
And these guys are full grown.
Yes, they're full grown. There's the little white hens, and the little black hens are over on this side.
And see how their little butt is for
It's rounded. The feathers are rounded on the butt, and that's a good look for the Wyandotte. And these all have nice little rose combs. This is a young rooster here, and that's a young rooster over there. So we got 2 older roosters and 2 younger roosters, and the same with the hen. 2 younger hens and 2 older hens.
And you can eat their eggs just like the other ones.
They'll lay an egg just about the size of maybe just a little bit smaller than a silky egg, but 2 of their eggs will equal 1 big egg.
But they don't eat a lot, and they're cute to have. They're great for kids.
Now all 8 of these Wyandottes will eat just about as much as 1 to maybe 2 of the big chickens. So that's pretty good feed consumption for the little tiny bantams. They're not anything you could eat. You could eat them if you wanted. They wouldn't be any bigger than maybe one of them Cornish game chickens in the store, but
these ones are nice and fat.
They're all taken care of well.
Yeah, these were taken really good care of. We could tell when. But see how they almost have like a little petticoat, so we say, underneath them.
But they come in several different colors. They have partridge, which are kind of a reddish brown. They have Colombian, which are white with black markings. There's a red, there's blue. There's several different colors. And if we come across any of them in our journeys, we'll probably pick up a few of them.
They're just fun to have.
Ruthie just likes the little Banny chickens, so.
So you can't go, everybody goes to the auction and they usually bring, it's almost like a trading. They bring one thing and usually come home with something different. So we have silkies and now we have these little bantam Wyandottes.
Little bantam Wyandottes.
So they were pretty good considering he was new when I picked them up.
Yeah. These guys are having a field day with their sandbag.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Now I do.
It's a changer.
They got a new sand in there. I think this was the one that got loose. She was walking around outside and I found her outside.
Well, we might lose a few of them this winter, but this will be our breeding stock for the coming year.
Yep, this is.
We don't.
Is this our breeding stock in here?
Yes, this is our breeding stock.
Okay, because I was working in the house the other day and he was out here. So sometimes,
See, chasing the chickens around the other day, trying to catch everybody. I
yeah,
slowed them up on laying eggs, so
yeah, because we had to bring them to the
they
auction.
don't like getting nerved up.
And these guys will start having. You said these guys are young, so we'll start getting some eggs here too. All adds to the pile of eggs.
Well, the little white rooster's young. That one's an older rooster. His spurs are, but he's not all that much older. He's got some small spurs too, so they're all young. Within a year. And we'll close this door off when the weather gets cold, and throw some hay and sawdust down so it'll help keep them warmer.
Is that a hay feeder there, or?
No, that's a feeder. I'm probably going to use it for the quail.
Okay.
Because as you can see, the quail knock all their feed down over here, picking through, because they're fussy eaters too. They'll pick it and knock it down. But the chickens will pick through it and won't hurt anything.
Okay, you're gonna go out and feed the chickens now?
Yep. Well, I fed them yesterday. Now I can keep the feeders full because there's not that many of them.
Yeah.
So I put like 4 scoops in there yesterday, so they've still got feed in there.
We're pretty good about. They usually have. Most of them have feed in front of them most of the time.
Well, we
So
really couldn't do it before because we had so many silky roosters, and we were
sometimes they
just going through a lot of feed. But now they've got plenty of feed in their feeders. See, that's got a whole mess of feed in there.
Okay, let's see who's left in the barnyard.
Okay.
Take a peek at these guys.
A couple of them left. We've got the blue silky, the red silky, and a white silky rooster.
Well, also too, I just want to make sure people understand this. We always have food for them, but sometimes they eat so much that you just can't get to them as quick as, because as soon as it's
I
down.
always try to keep the food and just top it off.
Yeah, right. But when you give not as many, I mean, you still have food in front of them, but they just eat it. You know, they eat their day's portion and everything in sight.
But you also have to remember it draws in.
Right.
Food down all the time. It draws in rodents and wild birds.
Yeah, you really don't.
Birds draw in sickness. Rodents will. If rodents don't get to eat their feed, they'll eat the birds.
Right. You want to have food, but
you gotta think about what you're gonna do.
Right. You just have to make sure you're not getting anything attracting. Plus, they have this over here. We
open that up so that they can go over here, and there's the young black hen over there right now, picking through the.
They're cleaning up stuff.
They'll clean off these weeds. I'll knock the weeds down so that they can clean the leaves off them. This is all the manure that I took out of the barn yesterday.
Oh, good, good. I'm going to have you film for a second because I'm going to go get Storm a special snack and I'll bring the eggs in.
He's a special snacker.
He gets scraps. It's preparing tonight, buddy.
Chicken fight. A rooster. He's still bottom of the pecking order. We kept some nice looking hens with the puffs on the top of their heads. The only one that doesn't really have a puff is Prunella. As you can see her. We kept her because of her crooked beak and that. So we've got 5 hens and 3 roosters of the silkies. So we kept 8 of those. We got 8 Wyandottes, 8 silkies, and we have 7 of the Australorp. The 1 rooster and his 6 hens. I kept 5 big hens, and we've got the young hen who's over there. You can see her through the weeds. Got 1 hen in on the nest, getting ready to lay an egg. And Storm on the outside perimeter. We let him patrol the outside. That keeps raccoons and skunks and possums and that away from your fence, plus other dogs and cats. So it's safer for the birds. And we like to keep them under wraps, make sure everybody's safe and healthy. Once the cold weather hits, I'm going to put I've got some traps that I'm going to put some mice and rat poison down so that we don't get rats for the winter and mice. Because they do a lot of damage to your barn floors. They'll dig and chew holes up through your floor just to get your feed and your animals. And you can see everybody's inside now. The quail are gone. Everybody's getting ready to do things for the winter here pretty quick. We're already into the first week of October. I'll start picking up all the feeders. I'll take the blue tarp down so that we don't get accumulating a lot of snow.
This is for my dog.
Oh, I thought you were going to give it to the chickens.
I was going to give it to you, the old dog. I thought.
I'll give it to the old dog. The old dog doesn't eat it.
Just kidding.
I don't even know if he'll eat it.
That's like the lady that packed her husband a lunch and he accidentally took the garbage in the little paper
Let
bag.
me tell you something. My mother-in-law, not Ruthie's mom, but
His previous mother-in-law.
my previous mother-in-law, my ex-wife's mother. And I used to work with my father-in-law. His name was Leo. And we were in the lunchroom eating our sandwiches at lunchtime, and he had the most disgusting look on his face when he bit into this sandwich. I said, "What's the matter, Leo?" He goes, "Something wrong with this tuna fish." I said, "Well, did it go bad?" He goes, "No, it just tastes funny." I said, "Well, take a look at it, see what's going on." He opens it up. My mother-in-law, it was early in the morning when she was sending him to work. She grabbed a can of cat food instead of tuna fish and made him put mayonnaise and everything and served him a cat food sandwich.
Oh no, that's so sad. Oh.
I ended up giving him half of my lunch so he had something in his stomach. She never lived that down.
And you girls of friends of mine that get up with your husband in the middle of the night, you know what that's about. You're so tired, you're halfway making your coffee and getting them off.
Well, he used to have to be in the work a couple hours before I did, so he was in work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So she was probably tired and
She was.
I can relate.
When you've got 10 kids and at least 5 of them are living home, you're busy doing something all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, my
Down,
mom
boy.
My mom had 7, and you know your mom had a bunch of kids too. Well, it's just getting up early with your husband in the morning, you know.
Ruthie gets up with me at 3. I get up early enough.
Well, what did I do one day to you? Something like that. Oh, something with the coffee, I thought.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember.
She cleaned the coffee pot out. You know how you have to put white vinegar in there to keep the automatic coffee pots running? Well, she didn't flush it a couple of times after she did it, and then she filled the coffee pot with water.
No, I thought I put
and coffee, and it went through its cycle, and it was vinegar coffee.
No, I thought I poured vinegar or something in your coffee by accident. I thought it was creamer or something.
No,
I thought it was creamer, and I gave you vinegar.
There was another thing. It wasn't.
I think I had the vinegar next to the creamer, and I gave you that instead of the creamer.
Oh, that time. There was twice. Ruthie's been trying to kill me right off the bat.
No, I have
for the
not.
insurance money.
No.
Instead of putting vanilla in my coffee, she grabbed the small bottle of wine vinegar, the red wine vinegar.
It was early in the
And
morning.
she put a splash of that in my coffee, and it's like.
Because he has a special vanilla in a bottle.
I use vanilla flavoring.
And it looks so much alike, I just grabbed the wrong bottle.
Well, I found out about it real quick. I took a big mouthful of coffee, and
I felt so bad.
I had to spit it back in.
You remember now what that? I couldn't think for a minute. I knew it was something with vinegar.
Red wine vinegar, but you've also gave me the unflushed coffee pot remnants with vinegar in it too. So she vinegared me twice.
Oh, I know. I feel well. It was an accident.
Sure, it was.
Remember the time that
she knows she's got a good insurance policy?
No, never.
All right, they are looking good. The birds are all doing well. Storm's eating his macaroni.
So I guess we're done with chores.
Yep.
We showed you the new edition. We told you our stories, and
I've been picking up a little bit for winter, getting all these feeders and stuff. I got to take these buckets down. I'm going to lay them on their side down near the greenhouse for the winter.
okay.
And I'm not gonna do anything with these other than just take the stakes out of there and just clip these plants off.
Okay.
And by spring, the roots will all be dried out and that, so when I get ready to reuse this dirt with some new compost, I'll just dump this into the wagon or the wheelbarrow and shake the dirt off the roots and throw the roots away. If I do it now, you're going to have a lot of dirt sticking to the roots. So you want to wait until spring. That way all the roots are dried out and the dirt falls right off the roots. It works much better that way. And I still have compost pile.
Excuse me.
Still have a compost pile over there so that for next year's garden. And we're going to do things a little differently. I've got the hooks to put the hooks on the wall so I can make a better trellising system for the tomatoes. Each year we change it up a little bit and modernize it.
Clay, I got a question for you. Is the flash still on my camera?
I don't see it on, no.
Okay, just curious. These camera phone things have minds of their own. So
We need a new and better camera system.
but
Even though for being on the phones, they have a good video.
I like
quality.
it better than the iPhone.
I've seen videos that were really fuzzy, and they were regular cameras for videoing.
I used to use my iPhone. I had some cameras that I had, and finally it just seemed like this one worked the best.
Lawn mode one more time for the season, and that'll be this weekend if it doesn't rain. And let the grass grow up for November, and then it won't be brown in the spring when the snow all melts. It'll be nice and green. I always mow at least one more time in October.
And you can tell we've been cleaning out stuff. Our trash is getting overtaken. Okay, guys. Like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Here's your dinner. I gotta turn the camera up. Bye-bye.